And I'm with
Boss Lady.
And I can't get my microphone to work. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
You in there? You in there?
I'm back in there. There I go.
Well,
Yeah.
Shut yourself
What's
off.
up, man? Oh, and hello, Trap, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man? Y'all good?
Oh yeah, we good, bro. Good, man. Good weekend, man. Everybody good, man. You know, hey, just getting to it, man. Hey, we got a special guest, man.
Special
guest.
Building.
Introduce yourself.
Well, I go by SinsEar, poet, speaker, author, relationship coach, but most importantly, I'm a proud husband and your brother. So what's up, family? How's it hanging?
What's going on, man? Glad you came today. Glad you came to the building today.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. We're gonna get into some of your stuff in a minute. How was y'all weekend, man?
Good. Very good.
Yeah, I had a good time at that battle rap.
At the battle rap, had a good time?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
It wasn't you squeezing my shoulder
Oh man.
and jumping up on that damn couch.
Hey, you know I get excited about that, man.
Yes,
I
I've never
battle
seen
rap.
you that excited.
Just to hear, you know, a man, you know, prep and recite it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
3
kinda,
rounds.
Kind of like poetry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they prep
Man.
for it, and it's on point. So,
Yeah.
Man, look here, man.
What's the best battle tonight though? To you,
Who you got?
the best battle
I would say.
Wait, overall or
overall? Yeah, I'm saying the battle of the night for y'all, for you.
I like Ian and
Boss
Ian,
Major.
yeah.
Me too.
Who you got?
Yeah.
Though? Who you
Me
got?
too.
Ooh, don't do that.
Hey, it can be debatable though.
It's debatable. I Ian B, he did it on that third round.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Right,
He
yeah.
did it on that third round.
Yeah.
But I do like old boy from Nashville a little bit too now.
okay.
He was good.
See,
Yeah.
I had to go home and think about it. You know, I like ENB creativity and how he command the stage.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Boss Major was talking to him.
Yeah.
All
Boss.
3 rounds, and he wasn't
I
quick.
like ball, man.
And kissed his old lady and was like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord,
Yeah.
Okay.
That was part of it.
Hey, man, what's up with this Club 9, man, with Lucci,
Club
man?
9 back in the news again.
Back in the news again, man.
Strike
What happened?
Strike two.
We should get paid for talking about them.
Hey, what happened, man? You know, say Lucci pulled up, man, and you know, a bunch of commotion happened, man. What happened? What really happened, though?
This is what I heard. This is all rumors now. I'm
Okay.
repeat. This is all rumors.
Okay.
This is what I heard. I heard the club was packed, deep, crazy, stupid. I heard Lucci had pulled up outside.
Yep.
They paid Lucci his back end money. So he was just waiting to come in. So all of a sudden he seen people getting stampede and running up out the door. According to him, they had pistols in their hand.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, we don't know.
He
We
said
don't know.
he said it on live. I hope he wasn't lying.
Sound like bullshit. But anyway, that's what happened. And he was like, I'm not going in there.
He probably didn't get there at 2:00 in the morning anyway, because when he came to Wanna Ride Macon before, he came to Whiskey River and I paid my money. I was there all night.
I was
there all
there.
night.
I left.
So I know he
See,
didn't
a lot
come
of
out
time-
about
okay,
2:00.
A lot of time they be trying to wait till everybody get there before they come in.
3 o'clock.
I ain't gonna say 3 o'clock. but
First of
I'm
all,
saying-
this is not Atlanta. The club closed in 30 minutes.
I agree.
Right.
I agree on that.
But then it had another commotion, man. Say, Young Dro came to Thirsty Turtle and they turned it out.
Yeah, I heard a little something about
Yeah,
that.
I seen the video.
I don't know the whole story on that.
I seen the video.
Seen the video?
I seen the video, and some girl, she was like, "Oh my God, look at his face! Look at his face! He bleeding." I was talking about they were fighting, and some chicks were fighting, but then I ain't
Well,
see
we can't have a good time no more, man.
man. Like we said,
Drugs, alcohol, alcohol,
and more
and the
drugs.
music tell you to do more drugs and more alcohol.
Facts. That's a fact now. Pills
So the music influenced the acting in the club. That's what we saying.
and alcohol.
Some of these, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Some
so.
people are easily influenced, and it's sad.
because they play the wrong song. Like throw your hood up. Like what everybody gonna do? Throw their
I
hood up.
agree.
Even
They
back,
gonna throw their hood up.
look, even back when we were young. Well, still young, but
Okay.
doing the song "Tear the Club Up." These folks really tear the club
They tear
up
the
because that
club
was
up.
but why? And I'm gonna put you out there, Terminator. He would play.
Uh-oh.
I think he
Yeah, you
played.
did.
I did.
Yeah, I know.
I
right?
like Terminator, but I'm just saying he played all the songs that make you tear up something.
He
Tell
sure
some.
will.
And they throw it up, they throw it down, and then they throw stuff around.
Yeah.
They did. I'm like,
Yeah, you got to know how to control your crowd when you're a DJ. You got to know how to control your crowd.
man, you do.
How you control these people on all these drugs?
I mean, you just got to play the right stuff.
But you,
Exactly.
but you a DJ, though? Come on.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna be honest. Today's music is all about using drugs.
For real.
That's what's driving the market. That's what they like. That's what the
Yeah.
listeners like. That's what they putting out there.
Right.
So you can't help but play what people like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm in the club just playing what 10% like, other 90% gonna leave.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying?
True.
So you
So
gotta cater-
basically, invest into a hole in the wall club and make your money.
I don't know what they call it. I don't know how to call
Cause
it.
why get a nice club and you gotta play that? I mean, cause they may tell you. I'm just saying, you invest in your club, you want something nice.
But you do gotta play what people like, though. You do.
I get that, but
Right.
what you saying they like is
But see, I think around here the market is so small
Yeah.
that you gotta cater to the people who come out. If you're in a bigger city, okay, you can do something 30 and up,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
people
I got
being
you.
up.
Right.
With the market being so small, hard to make money. Sometimes you gotta cater to
Right.
things you don't want to cater to. Sometimes that's what I think.
I like overtime.
Yeah, because the security on
I'm
fleek.
saying that even the music,
Yeah, that's true.
they don't play none of that like hardcore rap. Like it's stuff that you hear and you like, but it ain't
Right.
gotta necessarily be all that.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Right.
But still, though, we still gotta play that gangster in that heart.
These folks rapping all these gangsters ain't even gangsters.
Hell, women rap more gangster than anything.
And they more gangster these days than the men.
Oh,
Facts.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
man.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Gotta pick up a gun. I'm okay.
You gotta pick up a gun.
I'm nothing. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord, you shooting people? Man?
I mean,
All right, man. Let's get on our special guest real quick, man.
Hey,
What's going on?
What's
Hey.
happening? What's happening?
what's
y'all?
good with you, bro?
Man, it's a blessing to be back in the Mac, man.
Okay.
It's a blessing to be anywhere, actually.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy out here in these streets.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So life is good, man. Poetry is still my number one thing, man. Getting on these stages, talking to these youngsters, and talking to some of the grown folks too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Some of them,
They need
some
it.
of them just as wild as some of the youngsters.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
got two right here.
So where you from?
Man, I'm originally from Jacktown, Jackson, Mississippi, man.
Okay.
Mississippi.
Yeah, the SIP.
So what made you just migrate down this way? Like what was something you just like? I just need to get away from Mississippi.
Yeah, man. First it was the military, but I always knew I was gonna live in Atlanta. There was something about what went on Sunday when the Saints would play Atlanta.
Right.
Atlanta
Falcons,
lose every
man,
time.
and seeing that skyline.
Right.
Shoot, man, and my brother reminded me, man, that hey, man, you know what? Man, when we were young, you talked about living in that skyline, man.
Right.
And at the time, I was living in Buckhead.
Okay.
So I was able to look out my window and see the skyline and all of that stuff. And
Right.
said, man, that's where we at. How crazy is that?
Oh man, it gave me chills, man.
Yeah. But the MacTown always showed me love, man, because I was stationed right down the street on Warner Robins, man. And it's,
Okay.
shoot, man, a lot of folks, man, don't know that's out there that don't live in Macon, that this is the first Motown.
It's first
MacTown.
Motown.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
I learned that, and I'm like, man, let me be close to that.
Got
Right.
you.
See what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put him on the spot.
Put them on.
I want to see you spit just a couple of lines of poetry real quick. Anything. I don't care what it is.
Anything. Let me see.
Let's get it.
Let's see. It's Women's History Month, so let's do this.
All right now,
Let's talk.
smart man.
She obeys my every command. With instrument in hand and playing in mind as I stroke her from the front, side, and behind.
Lord.
Whoa.
Sometimes, not even being able to sleep. You see, that's just how deep it is for me. I am forever infatuated and eternally elated to have known her for so long, yet the loving is so strong, it's as if we met yesterday. See, my insides burn with a passion for her as I can't stand to be away. She's living proof that blessings do exist because I see her every day.
Ooh,
Yeah, so that's just a little piece.
Ah.
That's all, just a little piece.
you ready?
I'm glad he married. Good God. He'll take everybody.
Boy, coming like that, boy. Something they ain't never heard before.
Look.
They be like, ooh, you got me hot.
We need some R&B lyrics like that.
Boy,
Man.
Oh, you gonna have that right there, though.
Yeah.
R&B
Yeah.
lyrics, I don't know what they be talking
I
about.
gotta go step my game up now.
They gotta step it up, man. Hey.
Shoot, bro, nowadays they get right to it, man.
They get right to it.
Ain't no
Right.
finesse, ain't
Ain't no-
none of that.
Right.
I agree.
Hey man, turn around, back that up, drop that. Hey, they not caressing nothing.
You right.
They get to
They
the
get right to it.
No doubt. doubt about it.
Yeah, let me just slide right into it.
Right.
So let me ask you, how did we get away from that then? How do you think we got away from that?
Man, you know what? To tell the truth, man, it was my generation that failed some of our youngsters, man.
Okay.
So, you know, when I was coming up, man, you know, crack and all that stuff was hitting hard.
Right.
So there was a disconnect in the family on that end.
Bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we dropped the ball, but we can get it back.
We can
you know
get it
what I
back.
mean?
Yeah, we can.
No doubt. We just fumble. All we got to do is drop,
Right.
pick it right back up, and run with it. That's it.
That makes sense.
I'm waiting to hear how we gonna do this.
Hey, well, it's
Give them some
Just-
pointers.
just getting with the youngsters, man. And,
Yeah.
and I work with a lot of youth, man. Some of them ex-gang members, and you know, some of them are right on that line.
Right.
But all it is young boys that need guidance.
Right.
That's it,
You
man.
know, because I've been there. So
Right.
so just like I explained to a lot of the OGs and the old heads, like you can't run up on the cat that ain't had no daddy and try to son him.
Right. True.
Okay.
True.
That's
You know,
right.
you got to show them love first.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
Right?
right.
So when you show
You
them
right.
love, they're going to receive you
Right.
different. Then it's like, okay.
That makes sense.
Shoot, now the ears open up to the OGs. You
That
know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
So there's a way to go about it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect
Okay.
that.
Okay. So you also a relationship coach, right?
No doubt. No
Okay.
doubt.
Oh yeah, let's get there.
Yeah, we gonna get to you on that right there.
Let's get into it. Let's jump into it. I got relationship questions.
I got one.
Yeah, she ready.
Shoot, let's do it. That's what we do.
Do you believe in open relationships?
Absolutely. I believe in anything that works for the couple.
Okay.
I like that.
Right?
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Any type of relationship can work as long as you open and honest.
Right.
Right? So that's the key. So if you give your mate a chance to have a choice in the matter,
Right.
most times women gonna go with it, men gonna go with it.
Right.
It's just being open and honest.
Right.
Right? So anything works.
So it's really not. Everybody want to say the Bible this and the Bible that. Really, your relationship is based on what you and your mates.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, I like to put it like this. Now there are principles
Right.
that make every relationship work.
Okay.
Right.
But you are the architect of your specific relationship. Right. You and your man, you and your woman, whatever. Right? But you gotta have those principles. So that's what that book that I wrote is all about. It's principle heavy.
Gotcha.
And that's what me and my wife use to have an awesome relationship.
What made you decide to become a relationship couple? You know what I'm saying? What made you just say, you know what? I want to sit down and just talk to people about relationships. What made you just get into that?
Yeah, I said, man, you know what, man, if I can get myself together after having a failed marriage and after having a failed engagement,
Right.
I
Right.
said, man,
Right.
that's something I ain't doing right.
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 So let me
Okay.
be honest with myself first.
Right.
Hello.
And I looking in the mirror, I started to see my flaws and really getting into it. And I'm like, okay, well, let me come to the conclusion. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. So let me go see how
Right.
people get it right.
Right.
So, man, I did the research. Took me 15 years. And now, me and my wife, we designed a beautiful relationship based
Right.
on that.
Right.
So we can have all the theories in the world, but if we don't put them things into play,
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
we don't know what we got.
Right.
Right.
Respect
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Question: Do you think you can come back from cheating?
Oh yeah. I've seen it. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it's
You
real
think it's
tough.
tougher for a woman or a man?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
now I've seen it be tougher for men.
Right.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
see,
y'all
we-
like to cheat.
Right.
We physical creatures.
Right.
We primal. That testosterone is something else. It's like a drug.
Right.
It's just like them pills. It's just like that dope.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's rough. So after we get in our head that some other dude and touched our woman and stuff like that, that's something to overcome.
Right.
Now I have seen it be overcome because I worked with some couples that had that. It was the woman that actually cheated,
Right.
right? And I had to talk to dude off the leg. No, and I'm going to see somebody. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, man. See, you
Don't.
go to prison, then what about your children? Like, what
Right.
about all that?
That's true.
You know what I mean? So we got to think about it. But it's rough. So we're going to have to rebuild trust from the ground floor. And that's most people, they end up quitting before they get to it. But I've seen it work. Like, you just got to dedicate yourself in another way.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well, speaking on the kids part, do you think people should stay together for kids?
Ooh, good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
Great
that's a
question.
real
That's
good.
a great question.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I agree.
But what I do know is this. we have to know exactly what we're getting into before we bring the children into it.
True.
So that doesn't often happen, and
Right.
that's tough to do.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true.
But
Yeah.
but you have to think, my actions are going to determine the actions of my seed.
Right.
Right? So we got to get more serious about that. So I don't recommend staying together for the children. What I
Right.
do recommend, though, is working it out so your children can be better for it.
Right.
So committing to that relationship, as long as it's not abusive, as long as it's not
Right.
one of those things that's going to break you down emotionally or
Right.
mentally.
Right.
Right? So just dedicate yourself to the fix. I mean, you dedicated yourself to a child.
Correct.
So why not
Yeah.
dedicate to the fix? And if it don't work, like you say, okay, I've given every effort.
Right.
Right.
And this person, they not willing to grow with me, okay. So let's disconnect.
Right.
But don't give up on the relationship behind that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was deep.
That's tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
I like that. I like that.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Let's say, okay, you having a disagreement with your wife.
Mhm.
You got a strong point. She got a strong point.
Mhm.
How do you come to an understanding on which one we gonna do, or how do you compromise on a situation like that? You know, how do you
Yeah.
you feel?
Oh, yeah,
you feel I'm
I
going.
see exactly where you're going, man. And I had this conversation often, man, because often times there's a push and pull between a man and a woman.
Right.
Like there was this whole movement about being an independent woman and all
Yeah,
of that
me too.
stuff. So
Me too,
now,
yeah.
right. So there's a butt head between the women and the man, absolutely. But I don't like the word compromise because it has a negative connotation behind it.
Okay.
So I like words that make us feel better about the work that we got to do.
Okay.
So I choose win-win.
Win-win. Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
I
So
like
when
that
you
shit. Write that down.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Got
So
you.
when
That
you're having that conversation with your wife or with your husband, okay, let's talk about a win-win. How do we both win in this
I
situation?
like.
Because what happens in a compromise is this: like in your mind, it's like, okay, I'm gonna let her win this time. Okay,
Yeah.
next time.
Right.
That's true.
You know, that's what we get into. But when you're thinking win-win, nobody gets the short end of the stick, and we
Right.
can have a real conversation about how we both get to what we want.
Gotcha.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So how do we get men to be more open during communication?
Oh, please tell.
Because a lot of
Oh,
men,
Good God.
Please tell.
yeah, because a lot of men they
Shut
okay.
down.
Yeah, man, a lot of us, man, it's tough, man, because we were taught to tuck all them emotions in,
Right,
man.
talk,
But,
right,
partner,
exactly.
You're supposed to be
Right.
tough, man.
Right.
Men don't do this, men
Right.
don't do that, men don't cry.
Yeah.
Men don't show softness, that type of stuff.
That's a lie,
man.
though.
Absolutely.
That's a lie.
See, we get by ourselves and we
Yeah.
feeling the kind of
Yeah,
way.
yeah, true.
Feeling that
Yeah.
pain.
Right,
That's true.
man. We end up being like my man and boys in the hood. We fighting in the air behind closed doors. You know what I mean? So
Oh, Lord.
that's
Yeah.
a real thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Right.
we feel a certain way, and that's the truth. So we get a lot of people overreacting, especially men, because we're not dealing with our emotional side.
Right.
Now, a man has testosterone and estrogen.
Right.
So you suppress a part of yourself when you don't acknowledge that you got an emotional side too.
Right.
So the way that we get to that is acknowledging it first. But when we take a look in the mirror and we start to know who we are, we can be comfortable
Right.
with what we are, what we feel, and all of
Right.
that. And then you can get somebody on your team that's willing to recognize that if you're not just trying to play tough all the time.
Hello, somebody.
Right.
Right. If you decide to be who you really are,
Right.
then you can get that woman to say, you know what, man, I love this man because he has something about him that I can connect with, and that's that softer side, that's that estrogen.
Right.
So we built like that. We just got to tell ourselves the truth, and then we can get somebody on the other side of us that recognize their beauty, and that'll ride with us, man. That's what me and my wife got.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
basically,
I
you're
like
saying that's coming from not having that father figure. Is that?
Right, that's a part of it. That's a part of it, and for some of us, having that father figure is not necessarily a good thing. They
True.
teach us some of the bad habits.
Correct.
True.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And been punching you in the chest, man. What you crying for?
Right.
Hey, man, what
Right.
you-
That's true.
hey man, suck that up.
Right.
Now
Right.
You
there's
know
a
what?
time for that.
That
Right.
messed up. I was raised by my dad. I'm like that.
Right?
You
Yeah.
sure, my girl.
See, I wasn't raised by my mama, so I'm
Right.
kind of. Dang, you don't care, do you, mom? I'm like,
Yeah.
child fall.
Like
Get
you said,
your
hey,
ass up.
yeah.
Right, man.
What you crying for?
I'm crying for what?
Yeah.
See what you did to me, daddy? Okay.
Yeah, see, there's a time and a place for that, but we gotta acknowledge both.
Right.
Right? So we
Right.
can't always say, okay, tuck them feelings in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now we lying to ourselves and we trying to not acknowledge the fact that we have feelings. So we sweep them underneath the rug, and
Right.
before you know it, we got a mound underneath the rug trying to act like it ain't there.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, my problem is this: I don't mind communicating, but I come off as blunt.
No,
in my
that's
communication.
that's not the word.
So how do I
Cutthroat.
He said blunts.
how
Cutthroat
do I
raw.
finesse that? I need to learn how to finesse that, so I don't make my woman feel a certain type of way. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
No doubt.
But all I know is say it how I feel.
Right.
So
Right.
I need to take time and just consider my words.
Yeah, bro, you got to process it. Hey, because you got to understand,
So
man.
please help him.
Words are vibration.
I got you.
Words are vibration, so they gonna
Right.
come back to see you.
Yeah.
So one of my OGs taught me this, man. Listen, you can win a verbal fight with your woman, but you're not gonna win the emotional.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what we gotta consider. Like, if you love your woman, all you gotta do is decide to rap whatever you decide to say. You just gotta rap it in love.
Gotcha.
Like, sometimes it's taking a moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that's on your mind is an emotional reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
And that comes out in words. So sometimes you got to take that breath like,
And think about it.
I really want to cuss her
Yeah.
out. I really want
Right.
I really want to talk about the
Right.
naps in the back of the But you know what?
Right.
I'm going to pull back on that.
Right.
Right.
Because it ain't going to help me in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So we just got to think about it. We got to sit on it for a little bit
Just be
longer than the
considerate.
initial reaction. Absolutely.
So what's worse, being raw or not communicating?
Oh, man. Being raw. Being raw. Because here's the thing.
Wait a minute. I'd rather
Ah.
give me raw.
Right?
Well,
See,
yeah.
here's the thing. The difference between the two is this.
Yeah, tell me.
So if you come out raw,
You can't take it back.
right, you can't pull it
But
back.
you said what you meant.
right.
Understand,
I said what I meant. See, here's the thing. See, there's a rule when it comes to communication. You can say anything that you want to say. It's a matter of how you say it.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the thing. So if I don't say anything, you can't use anything against me except for my silence. It's almost like the law.
But that's
Right.
words. You know, I think that's words. I can't stand don't communicate. I can't stand
Right?
it.
See, eventually
Now I
we
feel like
do.
you don't care.
Right? So let me break down communication.
Yeah,
Majority
tell
of
me.
communication is nonverbal. Right? So communication happens in 3 parts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So 2 parts, silence.
Right.
Right.
Right? The last part is what you say. So
Right.
the facial expressions, the energy, and all of that
Ooh.
type of stuff, we always communicate with each other.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
our earliest ancestors didn't have language.
Right.
Right.
So it was more of an intuitive conversation, right?
Okay.
So that was a spiritual transaction, right?
Right.
So then after that, we had sounds, right? That told you when we were uncomfortable, that told you what to be alarmed about and all that kind of stuff. So we just understand communication to be what we say, but communication is actually how we feeling, our body language, what them eyes doing,
Right.
what that forehead doing, what the mouth doing.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Gotcha.
And then
Makes
is
sense.
what you say to complement all of that.
Okay.
You see what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So communication is always happening. We just have to see it in its actuality versus what we just think it is, which
Right.
is just language.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Ooh,
That,
Lord.
that was deep.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
we
Dave.
go there,
Listen
bro.
to
Hey,
Dave.
well, I'm
Yeah,
getting
we
some
go there,
game.
man.
I'm getting some game today.
Bro, I got over 12,000 hours, man, studying this stuff. Man.
Okay.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you be here to share this game with us and
Yeah,
everybody
no
else.
doubt.
You know, listening for real, for real.
Got anything else?
Look,
That was
I'm in
deep.
deep thought now.
Hey,
I gotta fix my face.
hey, well, you know, hey, we gonna be back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This your whole Street Smart J, and I'm with.
Boss lady.
And hold up, Trap, special guest in the building.
Yeah, SinsEar, what's happening?
We'll be right back,
We'll
people.
be back.